y'all, welcome back to Christy's Cooking Channel. Today I'm going to do a copycat of the Cheesecake Factory's strawberry cheesecake. I'm using a recipe out of one of my favorite cookbooks by Todd Wilbur. And I do the recipe exactly as far as the cheesecake goes, but I do the strawberries a little different. I'm going to list the recipe in the description box. To start off with, I have some graham cracker crumbs, I have some white sugar, and some cinnamon. To this, I'm going to add 1 stick of butter that I melted. I'm going to be using my 10-inch springform pan, and I also have some foil on the bottom because we're going to do a water bath. Just going to lightly spray it just so the paper will stick. I'm going to go ahead and give the paper a light spray also. After you press it down and have it come up the sides a little bit, you just want to stick it in the freezer while you make the filling. This is the pan that I use for the water bath. You can use any pan that you like as long as it's larger than your springform pan. In the mixer here, I have 5 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese that I let soften, and I have 1 2/3 cups of white sugar. My cream cheese is softened, but it's probably not softened enough. So the longer you let it sit, the easier it'll be to mix it up. On the water bath pan, I went ahead and filled it up with 1/2 inch of water. It's now in the oven and it's preheating at 350 degrees. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. I'm going to add 2½ teaspoons of vanilla. The recipe calls for 5 eggs, but as usual, I don't have many large eggs, so I'm going to do 2 duck eggs and 2 chicken eggs, and that'll give me the equivalent of 5 large eggs. I just took this out of the freezer, and on the filling you just mix it till everything's combined and nice and creamy. You just want to make sure that it's spread it out pretty evenly. I'm going to put it in the water bath for 70 minutes. And then I'm going to shut the oven off and let it sit in the oven for 20 more minutes before I remove it. For the strawberry sauce, I'm going to use 2 cups of frozen strawberries. You can use fresh also if you have them. I added 1/3 cup of white sugar and 1/3 cup of water. Once the sauce came to a boil, I added 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. And then just let it cook for a few more minutes just to thicken it up. I've already got the heat turned off now. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. When you cook strawberries, a lot of times they lose their color. They'll look more pink than anything. So a lot of restaurants will add some food coloring, which I'm going to add 2 drops of gel food coloring. You don't have to, 2 or 3 drops. It's not necessary, but for presentation it definitely looks better. You can definitely serve it like it is, chunky, but I prefer mine a little bit blended up. I'm just going to use my immersion blender, and I'm not going to make it completely smooth, just get rid of some of the larger chunks. This is a very delicious strawberry sauce. You can use it on anything, but it's especially delicious on the cheesecake. 70 minutes at 350, and then another 20 minutes with the oven off. This is what it looks like. I will let it cool completely, and then I'll cover it with plastic wrap and place it in the refrigerator overnight. It's been a long night waiting to try this cheesecake. I'm actually having this for breakfast. I just couldn't wait till this evening. I like to take a large mason jar and fill it with hot water and dip the knife in there. It just makes it easier to slice. And with everything, I don't do cuts very well on anything. All right. I just can't stress to you enough how delicious this cheesecake is. I'm going by someone else's recipe, so it's not my creation, but this is a must try. It is the most creamiest, delicious cheesecake I've ever had in my whole life. This strawberry sauce is delicious also. My husband and I will be married 19 years in January. This is the third cheesecake I've made in 2 weeks. And he already said that if I never make another dessert again, he'll be happy as long as I continue to make these cheesecakes. And I've made a lot of desserts over the years. I love strawberries, so I'll probably use more than most people would, but you just do it how you like it. Definitely got to have some whipped cream. I love to make my own occasionally, but I also like this extra creamy Ready Whip. Well, there's my cheesecake. I absolutely cannot wait to try this. So let me go ahead and give it a bite. I don't have to worry about it being hot like most things I try. Oh my goodness. I really could not tell you enough. You've got to try this. It's so good. It's the creamiest. I know I said it already. It's just so delicious. I think even a cheesecake hater would love this cheesecake. And there you have it. Thanks a lot. Alright, let's get for real. That's definitely not enough whipped cream. In the real world, that's how I eat my cheesecake. Oh my goodness. It should be a sin. It probably is.